the Nets made an overture towards Minnesota.
Yes.
I want you to tell the people.
Aggregators unite.
Aggregators, mount up. Tell the people what the Nets allegedly demanded from the Timberwolves for Kevin Durant.
This is allegedly. I got this from a couple of people independent. Right. Here's what I won't even preface anymore. I'll just go into it.
Yeah.
Called the Minnesota Timberwolves, obviously, before they dealt for Rudy Gobert. And they said we would like the Ant-Man, we'd like Karl Towns, and multiple first-round picks and swaps.
That, to me, is a very... Let me ask you this, right?
Yeah, but that's just anchoring a negotiation, right?
But it's not anchoring a negotiation with the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? It's anchoring a negotiation for the world, Chico, and everything in it, right? Like, hey, don't come with your bullshit offers. Oh, man, I forgot we're on the concourse. Wow. Don't come with your BS offers. If you want this guy, he is arguably the best player in the game when he's healthy. You are going to have to give up the whole legacy of your franchise.
This is the cost of doing business. This is what it takes to get into the door. And I think it was purposely said to that person to get around to the league. It was purposely said to another person. It wound up making its way to me. Now, I didn't write it because I didn't feel like it was worth writing, but I felt like in context, we could have a discussion about it. So, yeah, of course they're going to set the...
Because if you think about it, KD has more trade value than James Harden a few months ago. And James Harden in that trade got Ben Simmons, who all-NBA player that was out, yes, but in terms of the actual accolades of Ben Simmons, and they got Seth Curry, and they got a couple picks for that, right?
Drummond.
You look at You look at the other trade with Rudy Gobert. That's what it takes to get an All-NBA player who's all defensive, 3-time DPOY. So when you're Kevin Durant and you're like, all right, I want out, and that's the asking price. Are the Brooklyn Nets actually doing him not wrong here, but being like, hey, we're not going to trade you for peanuts. Like, we're not just going to throw you out the door and get nothing in return. So I'm sorry, KD, you're stuck with us.
Guess what I would like to do? I would like to go on a date with Kelly Rowland. I would like to go on a date with Halle Berry. There's a lot of things I would like to do. It doesn't mean I'm actually going to do it. So they can set their price. Right. They can say, we're only going to trade Kevin Durant for this, this, and this. With the belief, y'all, he's not going to be as unprofessional as those last two. Right. That's what they're holding on to. We're going to trade him no matter what, because if nothing else, he's going to come back to camp. When I don't know if he's going to come back to camp, and he's got to find a way to let them know that he means business, and they've got to find a way to get to business. Now, for your real third eye, what's going on today, somewhere around right now, a Board of Governors meeting. All the owners convening in one place. You know what Adam Silver would not like? He would probably not like his most, let's say, is Kevin Durant the best player in the league, or arguably the best player? Yeah. Not showing up to training camp? Right. Would you not like to have that around your league in September? So how about you tell Joe Tsai and Sean Marks to get this done before you embarrass the league any further?
Right, because the whole idea is, I've talked to players about this. We talk about we like professionals and professionalism and all that, but the reality is when you want something done in the NBA, you got to make a mess. You can't be professional. Like, and I've seen guys be professional and nothing happened, and then they make a mess, and then the next week they're out. It's not cool. Your name is going to get ran through the mud, like in the press and among fans or whatever.
James Harden,
Anthony Davis, Goran Dragic in Phoenix. I mean, like, there's a long list.
Eric Bledsoe, I don't want to be here.
Right. There's a long list of players, stars or otherwise, that wanted out or wanted changes, couldn't get it, and so they got it when they made a mess. For Kevin Durant.
Does he have to make a mess?
Right. Because on the one hand, you said, when he's done, he's done. On the other hand, we know this guy loves to hoop. And it goes beyond professionalism to me. It's just literally his desire to play basketball.
That's his ethos.
Right.
His ethos is playing ball. I'm with you. Does Kevin Durant have to do something more to step outside of character to get what he wants? Here's the counterpoint to that. He does not like being a villain.
Yeah. He sure doesn't.
I was there in Miami, man.
This is
LeBron
killing him right now.
Yeah.
I bet you right now this is killing KD to be the bad guy in this. Even though all of us would say, you know what, this is a completely unserious situation.
Right.
Even if I got my partners being unserious, get me out of here. You know what I mean? We can all see that, but the public is so much against him right now. More against him than when he went to Golden State, I would say.
Well, because
you think so? No. You think it's hotter in 2022 in these streets for Kevin Durant than it was in 2016?
Maybe for me, I guess I look at it like I understood why he did it.
Sure. I think the justification in 2016 was very sound for him. And I think this is a tantrum. That was a business decision. This feels like lashing out.
I think some people, you're right. This might be hotter because people viewed it as you created this mess and now you're running away from it. That's what makes it different. Yeah. Because also we know a lot more about Kevin Durant now than we did in 2016.
Right.
We thought Kevin Durant was the opposite of LeBron, the guy who signed his extension on the day that LeBron had his decision. We had all these different things about, you're the real MVP.
Yeah.
And then when he made this decision in 2016, people changed their minds. Now you've got a more fully formed version of who the man is, who I still actually really like. But some people don't kick it that way because of who you decide to kick it with.
Yeah, how much of that heat is because of what Durant made, the decision he made, and how much of it is because of his homie?
80% of it, I think, is probably because of Kyrie, right?
Yeah, like that's the old Method Man line. Like, make it hot, people won't even stand next to you. Like, that's Kyrie. You know what Kyrie is? Also, the guys that, you know what? My brother's going to kick your ass. Like, wait, what?
Kyrie's the ultimate mirror.
Yeah.
Kyrie and Jimmy Butler are the two mirrors in the NBA. Whatever you are, they will test and expose or enhance. You know what I mean? Like, Jimmy Butler can be the full embodiment of what the Miami Heat say that they are. And like, oh, okay, you're not just superstars. You're literally this. Kyrie Irving is, oh, you say that you're about this.
Right.
Let me come and test this and stretch this out a little bit. And then you find out, the Brooklyn Nets aren't really this professional organization.
The thing about KD, though, is like when he left OKC, he fulfilled his contract and he left at the end of it.
Yep.
When he went to Golden State, he fulfilled his contract and then he left after it and they did a sign and trade with him. This, though, he's leaving after not even 1 year into his extension. He signed his extension last year, and before the extension even kicks in, he's already out the door. So this is a change in Kevin Durant's mentality. He's like, before, I honored that contract, and I made my decision, and I'm good. Things have gotten so bad in Brooklyn that he hasn't even started the extension, and he's already out the door.